Hi guys, it's Maya, and today we're going to be talking about tips and advice for online learning. I know it can be really hard to find motivation to get onto your schoolwork and to do stuff and even just to get out of bed, but our schoolwork needs to get done, and here's some advice for how to do it. My first piece of advice is to get up and get ready. Every day we're training our brains. When we get in bed, our brain has been trained to get tired and fall asleep. When we wake up for school every morning and we brush our teeth, we brush our hair, we get clothes on, our brain is being trained to wake up. It's time for school. Because we're at home doesn't mean we don't need to do those things. I'm not saying you should get up and get in a whole outfit unless you want to, but you need to get up, get on different clothes than you wore the day before or that night, and brush your teeth and get your hair ready, even if it's just up in this messy bun. And you need to make sure you're kind of ready for the day like you would for school, because your brain has been trained to think, I'm getting ready, it's time to wake up. So this is the second tip. So I know it can be really hard to just sit there and stay on task, and so this tip is mainly geared towards people who have a hard time doing that. It's really easy to just click off your homework tab and click onto a game tab or onto a TV show or shopping. And to prevent that, it is good to sit in maybe areas with your other siblings or with your parents, because they can keep you in check and make sure you're still on schoolwork. I find it really helpful because most days I'm on track and I got my schoolwork done, but some days I'm just like, I don't really want to do this, but I still need to be doing my work. And it's the best way to keep me together. My third tip is for people who might have back problems or back pain. So I know for a lot of us, our back will start hurting if we sit somewhere too long. So a simple solution is to just switch your workplaces. For part of the day, I like to work at the table, and then sometimes on the couch, and then sometimes I'll sit in a chair, and sometimes I'll even sit on the ground. And just changing and moving and changing the position my back is staying in, or my body is, and changing the position my body is in kind of helps with that, so I'm not just sitting and letting my back go crazy. My fourth tip is have a schedule. It can be really hard to just sit and do homework nonstop for hours on end, but if you have a schedule, you don't have to. I like to kind of create breaks for myself. So like I might work for an hour and then have a 15-minute break to eat, have a snack, watch a video, play a game, watch TikTok. It helps me just cool down and take a break so I'm not kind of getting stressed out or overwhelmed by the work. Okay, now my fifth tip is more geared towards people who have no problem like doing work for nonstop. They're focused and it doesn't bother them to be working a lot. I've been looking at myself this whole video. My fifth tip is, I meant the sixth tip. So a lot of schools send out the homework for the week on the first day of a week or maybe the second. So my advice to you, if that is the case, is get all the homework for the whole week done in that one day and leave the rest of the week for maybe making up missed assignments, or if you want to work out, you can spend what you would usually spend on school working out. If you have a school assignment that's maybe a project that takes a while to do, you can spend more time doing that project with the time you have from doing all your schoolwork in the first day. The reason that this tip is geared towards people who don't have a problem staying focused and working for long hours is because it's going to take a while to just get all your schoolwork. Party, party, party! My sixth tip is about distractions. So there's lots of distractions around us, obviously. TVs and games, and our phones is a main one. So what I like to do is set a timer on my phone for maybe an hour, 30 minutes, however long you like to work for before a break. And then at set time, I like to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb in airplane mode, so I won't get notifications and I won't be tempted to look at my phone. I know it can be really hard, so you also might want to just keep your phone away from you altogether. And if you have like a smartwatch, you don't want to be getting notifications on there either, so maybe put it up for a little bit or whatever you have to do to get the distractions away. Okay, my seventh tip is to have a clean work environment. Having a clean work environment is almost the most important thing you can do, because with a dirty room or living room or kitchen, it overwhelms the brain and is just overall not a good thing to be working in. So if you can, just try picking up the area around you and making sure there's not a lot of clutter, so you can have a clean, clutter-free, away from distractions. So that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. If you have any, comment down below. I'll be creating another video in later time.